What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are looking at unmasking design thinking. So that is just looking at the illusion of control in the AI era. So we really just want to talk about how design thinking is, for those that don't already know, it's a problem solving methodology and approach that I think more or less originated in the field of design, but is now since been widely adopted across various disciplines and industries, and it actually emphasizes a human-centered and iterative approach to tackling complex problems and also just finding innovative solutions. So with design thinking, essentially the needs of perspectives of end users or customers are considered heavily, and also it tries to use empathy as a key driver in the actual problem solving process. So in recent years, design thinking has also gained widespread just a popularity as a powerful tool for navigating this new era of AI led innovation. So it has some proponents who argue that it does bring a human-centered approach to this development of artificial intelligence systems, also just fostering innovation and empathy. However, if we look beneath that glossy surface, we do see that there's a deeply flawed fundamental methodology that fails to actually address the challenges that AI does pose. And design thinking is nothing more than pretty much a Trojan horse that disguises the true nature of AI and the revolution, and actually perpetuates a false sense of control. So let's talk about, for example, just the illusion of this whole idea of user-centered design. Okay, so with design thinking, it does place this great emphasis on understanding and actually meeting user needs, and also this approach claims to be very essential to successful implementation of artificial intelligence. While it is obviously undoubtedly important to consider user perspectives, design thinking often falls into the trap of actually assuming that humans are misguided, or let's say the ultimate arbiters of decision making within AI systems. So this belief, which is misguided, I believe, actually overlooks the fact that AI systems are designed to analyze vast amounts of data and make autonomous decisions based on complex algorithms, and the user just becomes more or less a cog in the AI machine, subject to its own biases and its limitations. And also we can just talk about this area of just the ethical concerns. And obviously ethics and AI have become hot topics. I've written several articles about this, and obviously design thinking does promise to tackle these issues head on. However, the reality is that, with design thinking, it does offer a superficial approach to ethical concerns. It often relies on subjective assumptions and just simplistic moral frameworks, I believe, that fail to kind of capture the true complexity of ethical decision making when it comes to the area of AI. So design thinking, it does provide a false sense of comfort. It creates this illusion of addressing ethical dilemmas while ignoring the profound societal implications of this new technology and its rapid advancement. Let's also just talk about this whole idea of people talk about disempowering like human agency, and we know that with design thinking, it does advocate most people that are advocating this claim that it empowers individuals to shape and influence these AI systems, but this narrative actually fails to recognize just the inherent power imbalances between AI developers and the users. So the majority of individuals lack, obviously, this technical expertise to actually engage meaningfully in the design process itself, leaving them at the mercy of the AI experts. So design thinking perpetuates this myth of democratic control while consolidating power in the hands of a select few, which actually further marginalizes those who are already disadvantaged. And we can also just talk about this whole kind of innovation fetishism, where you see the cost of just ignoring social context overall. So one of the main selling points of design thinking is its ability to foster innovation. So if you think about it, though, the AI revolution as well, with this innovation, it's almost always kind of divorced from critical analysis and the social, economic, political context in which AI actually operates. So design thinking's focus on ideation and just this rapid prototyping does more or less obscure the need for deep reflection on the potential consequences of these AI systems. By prioritizing sort of innovation at any cost, design thinking, I believe, also just kind of undermines that urgent need for comprehensive societal debates on the implications of AI, which is something that's been like a hot topic. We've seen like even people like Elon Musk kind of bring this argument to kind of the mainstream. But lastly, I just really want to talk about this perpetuation of what I would call, or sort of term, technological determinism. With design thinking, it actually unwittingly sort of reinforces that prevailing narrative of technological determinism, which is the belief that technology shapes society, not the other way around. So with sort of emphasizing this design process over the critical evaluation of the actual societal impact of artificial intelligence, or the design thinking itself actually ends up sort of downplaying sort of the need to deliberate and sort of bring about this democratic decision making. It actually just ends up becoming a bit complicit in the perpetuation of a future where humans are merely sort of passive consumers of AI rather than active participants in its trajectory, which I think is the viewpoint that I feel a lot of people just take. I've done, like I said, a few articles that I put out on the mainstream outlets, just talking about kind of how people can augment their business models and things like that using AI. But I think a lot of the kind of general day-to-day conversations that I have with people, they almost feel like it's a technology that it's there to sort of shape how their lives are going to become, instead of sort of them just looking at it as like a really like a tool that you can kind of manipulate to your own advantage. So ultimately, I think, like I said initially, like we see this sort of a Trojan horse in the AI revolution being that design thinking may seem like a powerful tool for navigating this AI revolution, but beneath all that sort of shiny facade, there is this flawed methodology that fails to address the profound challenges that actually AI does pose. And this focus on user-centric design, ethics, and innovation can actually give a false sense of control and perpetuate some of these imbalances. So I think generally by embracing design thinking without sort of critical examination, we actually risk becoming more complicit in this whole AI revolution, and in the uncontrolled growth, and also just the unforeseen consequences. There's a lot of depending on who you like listen to, it's kind of a mix between empowerment and kind of really subjugation, depending on how or which end of the spectrum you're going to be as far as your utilization or adoption of this technology. So I think ultimately, to truly navigate this AI space, we need to actually just go beyond design thinking and engage this sort of whole AI thing in a more comprehensive, kind of inclusive, ethical, kind of discussion on a worldwide scale about the future that we want to create just through leveraging this technology. So I think, this is something that I just wanted to share with you guys that, you know, I hear a lot of kind of people in the tech space talking about design thinking and its role in how we can shape the way AI is going to kind of get developed. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Make sure, obviously, you check out the links in the description. If you want to know a lot more about this, you can check out my book, Tech in Africa, or my other books, Tokenized Trillions, Blockchain Applied, The Digital Economy Survival Toolkit, The Digital Entrepreneur. If you're just somebody who's interested in just knowing a little bit more about tech and how that whole space in terms of like the different technologies. I know we're heavily focused on blockchain and crypto on this channel, but I think you know, also lately I have touched on a lot of use cases of AI within even like distributed ledger systems, how you guys can even use AI to create automated trading strategies for, you know, like your crypto trades, etc. So, you know, check out the links to the platforms that I like to use. I like to use decentralized exchanges, non-custodial platforms where I'm not giving anyone like real access or, you know, control over my assets or my private keys. So check out the links in the description. Don't forget to check out my book, DeFi Millionaire. You can find that at defi-millionaire.com if you want to sort of just find out the new frontier of capital markets as far as decentralized finance. Check out our Telegram, check out our Discord server, and make sure you head on over to our main site, okay, which is decentralized.news. We've got the best cryptocurrency exchange reviews, DeFi platforms, NFT marketplaces, pretty much anything and everything that you need to excel in this space. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit that like button, share the content, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and love, y'all.